Today we're gonna go over my most chased allocated whiskeys and what are my thoughts after actually purchasing the bottle and bringing it home. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a weird one, but I like this one. Let's get into it. I'm definitely excited and let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. Boom to the boom, man.
Home run.
Here on the Whiskey Corner. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video, and checking out the channel. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all my subscribers. You guys are amazing. If you're not yet a subscriber, I would really appreciate it if you were subscribed. It takes you a couple of seconds and it doesn't cost you any money, but it helps out tremendously. So go subscribe below. Little plug. We have a live stream coming up this Thursday, August 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be at Jason's house. We're gonna have a spicy conversation. We're gonna be together and I want you guys to join in on this. Come have a pour, come join in, and let's talk about whiskey trends that need to die in 2025. It's gonna be a cool, edgy conversation, and I would love to see you all there. Again, this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come on, let's go. All right, what are we doing today? We are going over my most chased or happiest allocated whiskeys that I have chased. And then what are my thoughts on it after I actually get it? I'm gonna go through a little story, not take too long, but a little story, and then how much approximately I paid for each of these. I'm gonna try to do it pretty quickly, so bear with me, because I can go on about these for a very long time. So let's get straight into it, and I got a little bit of one here, so let's cheers and start off this video. Oh wow. That was surprising. That opened up a lot more than I last tasted it. Wow. Okay, we'll get to that one in a couple of minutes, but let's get straight into this. First, let's talk about my very first allocated whiskey. Well, kind of second, but I would say first, right? And that is Stagg Jr. And I always call Stagg or Baby Stagg Jr., right? I'm not gonna call it Stagg Jr. That's what it is for me. But this was my first Stagg, and quite honestly, my very first video, if you go all the way back to my first video that I've uploaded on YouTube, I was hunting, and I actually was able to purchase an E.H. Taylor single barrel, but I don't really call that allocated. This was an allocated whiskey for me. This was not a long journey, but definitely a very wanted bottle. I remember that I've been asking around for this bottle, and this was when I kind of first got into bourbon, before the channel, but first got into bourbon. I'm looking around and I'm looking up, and you know, you're going through your whole Tater vibes and all that stuff. And it took a long while for me to find one. And then a couple of months later, I was sitting at a red light. They had a Drizzly app, Dibbly. It was an app where you can check out, where you can get deliveries or purchase liquor from liquor stores right online and then go pick it up or have it delivered to you. So Uber Eats or Uber bought it, and then that went away. So I forgot the name of it, but that's where I was at. I'm looking, and then a store 25 minutes away from me had this Stagg Jr. And I was like, what? $80 on the app. What? Obeying the traffic laws, I pulled a U-turn, hightailed it over there. And on my way there, I did something smart. I called and I asked them, do you guys have this? I see it on the app. They said yes. I said, I'm on my way. I didn't ask for the price though, and that was a mistake. because I got there and it was $135. Not the 80 bucks that I said on the app. Still better than the $250, $350, $450 that I've seen in some places. This is when I lived in South Florida. And I told them to shut up and take my money at that point. This is batch 14, and I freaking love this. Yes, I paid double the MSRP, but guys, my first real allocated bottle, at least when I lived in South Florida. And yeah, I had to get this. This was amazing, and I was happy that I got it. And I'm still babying the hell out of this bottle. So that's the first. The second one that I'm gonna talk about is one that I want to say it wasn't a long journey either, right? It was probably like 2 years, maybe 3 years when I first found out about this brand and people were talking about it. I saw YouTubers talk about it and I'm like, I gotta get one of them. They don't sell them in Florida. They don't sell them anywhere near you. You gotta go to Kentucky, Tennessee, and states like that, maybe Indiana, to actually get one. Come a few years later, I'm on my way to Jack Daniel's, Tennessee, and I'm on a road trip with Dave. Shout out to Dave from the North Tampa Bottle Club, and we stop at one of these ghetto stores right off the highway, I guess. And we go in. They had some good stuff, and then I see this one, and it was $200. And I was actually thinking about it. I was like, damn, I didn't want to spend this much. And Dave tells me, if you don't buy it, I'm buying it. So you know I had to buy it. And that is Old Carter. Guys, I've always wanted one of this. I tasted this at a bottle share and I was in love. I was like, I need to get myself one of those. It was so good, and this 200 bucks was so worth it. Especially at the fact that at that time, you would find them, they were going for like $270-ish to $350 or something like that. And then if you were ever to buy them online or in liquor stores here, if you ever found them, they were gonna be like 500 bucks or something like that. So yeah, you didn't want to do that, but this Old Carter is so freaking good, and I'm actually gonna pour myself, actually no, I'm gonna pour myself one of the other ones. But that was so good, and I'm so glad I got it. So now you're thinking, Carlos, was there anyone that you weren't happy to get? Well, I gotta say, you know, there's a few, maybe Blanton's, right? But those weren't like highly chased. But this next one was. This was about a 5-year journey. Because once I had something similar to this, I wanted this bottle. This was like my unicorn. And I finally paid a little bit more, actually a lot more than MSRP, and I bought it as a birthday present to myself. Obviously I checked it over with my wife and she was like, just get it, stop talking about it. So I got it. And what put me onto this was the Stagg Jr. So what do you go up from a Stagg Jr.? You guessed it, a George T. Stagg. Look at George T right there. We're like twins, right? Huh? No, you don't see it, huh? Yeah, this was my unicorn, guys. But, alas, you know when they tell you not to meet your heroes? This is kind of that thing, because this is the 2023 batch. I paid a little bit more for this one, actually a lot more. Like I said, it was like double or 3 times, double or triple the MSRP. And I still bought it. And I got it home and I tasted it and I was like, it's a little funky. I don't know. And I've tasted other George T. Staggs and I've loved them. But this one, not so much. So I was disappointed, y'all. I was really disappointed. And it sucks when you have something as a unicorn and you spend more money on it and you get it home and you're like, crap. Good thing was I was able to buy another one at MSRP afterwards, which sucked. But it's fine that I was able to get one. And then I was able to get my 2024. So I've had luck afterwards. And that 2024 is amazing. But this was an off year for them. And it just sucks that that was the one that I was able to get. but it is what it is. And quite honestly, that's what I drank at the beginning of the video. Which I gotta tell you, getting this low, it's now when it started to open up. Now this has been this low because I have shared this like crazy, guys. I didn't like this, guys. I really didn't. I've tasted other years George T. Stagg, and this one was not one of the good ones. So I've sampled this away. I've shared it. I've taken it to people's houses and had my fun with it. Now I think I'm gonna enjoy the last little bits of it because it is actually opening up. You still kind of taste that little moldy taste that it has, which sucks, but it's a lot better than what it was before. So yeah, that's one that I really didn't like, but it is what it is. ABC Vault, I talked about it briefly, right? And then ABC Vault is a store here, or ABC Fine Wine and Spirits is a store here in Florida, all of Florida. They have a program called ABC Vault where if you spend enough money throughout the year, I think it's like $1,000 or $1,500, you're in the Vault program for that year and for that remaining year and for the next year. And I was able to get some good stuff. Like I just mentioned, the George T. Stagg, I was able to get one through there. But I was able to get two that I did covet. And not necessarily this bottle, but something more special than regular Wellers, right? So you know where I'm going. And this is my Weller CYPB. I wasn't specifically looking for a CYPB. I just wanted something more special than what I had. And at that point, all I had, and I say that like that, but it's still good because it's more than what other people had. I had a Antique 107, a Special Reserve, and a 12. And I wasn't really fond of the 12s. The Antique 107 is amazing. I didn't even have a full proof, and I just wanted something more special from Weller. It's like there has to be something else. This one came up on the ABC Vault program. 3-year journey, $50, and I bought the hell out of this. Well, not this one. This is a second one that I was able to get to Vault. The first one, that $50 one, is gone, and that was amazing. Best $50 I've ever spent. This one went up a little bit. I just got this like maybe last year, but this one was 63. But the first one was $50, and I would do that all day, every day, if I could get the same bottle. That one was amazing. And then I bought something else through ABC Vault, and this one was also an arduous, long process. But the way that I was able to get this was buying something on ABC Vault and then trading it with somebody. So you know who you are. Thank you for hooking this up. Well, the two people that hooked it up, so thank you. And this was Old Rip 10. Guys, Old Rip freaking 10. This is so good, guys. I really do like this. I like this a lot better than the Lot B. This is so freaking good, guys. I'm excited that I was able to get this, and you know, I basically spent $150 to be able to get that. But it was so worth it. It was definitely worth it. I'm so happy I got it, and yeah, that is a good one. I like it, and I believe that's a 2020 Old Rip, so whatever, but that's so good. And again, cost me around $150. So I was in the ghetto of Dallas, Texas, driving to the airport. I get off the highway because I was like, let me see what liquor stores are around here. I find this liquor store, very ghetto liquor store. I go in it. They have some good stuff, not good prices. But then I saw this at an okay price. And it is E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. Guys, this was another long and arduous journey because this took a couple of years as well. I paid maybe $30 over at the store, and then another $30 to actually get it home. So $60 over MSRP because I had to check in the bag, because I put this in my bag. I was driving to the airport. So $60 over MSRP. I like this, guys. This is batch 10. It is so freaking good. I do really enjoy this one. I'm glad that I got it, and even at the $60 over MSRP, yeah, I would still get this one because that is such a good one. Lastly, we have this one that wasn't a long, arduous journey, but it was a journey nonetheless, and I would never thought that I would have the chance to get this. And at the low price of $125, which is not the MSRP, it's more than that. I mean, it's less than that, and I paid a lot more. And I don't know what the MSRP is. I'll put it here on the bottom if I know by the time I put out this video. But I tasted this at a bottle share. Shout out to Joe from the North Tampa Bottle Club. Thank you for bringing that, and I was hooked. And I've got so many people to buy me one, and I tried to go up there and get one, but I could never get up there during the time that it's actually sold, and that is the Evan Williams Kentucky Derby. Now, every year they put out a new one, right? But I was able to get a 2025 one this year's, and this is amazing. I paid a little bit of secondary for it, right? Like, again, $125, I don't know how much the MSRP, but I was fine paying $125 for this. I really like that bottle. It is amazing, and if I had to do it over again, I would do it, right? If I could get it cheaper, then obviously, but $125, and this was good. Shipped to my house, so yeah, it was awesome. But guys, those were my most coveted whiskeys or allocated whiskeys. Let me know, what is one or two of yours that you're happy you got or not happy that you got after you got it home? Comment below. Love talking back and forth with you guys. Please do me some favors, like or dislike this video. Please subscribe. Check out the Patreon in the description. Check us out on Thursday 9 p.m. Eastern for this live stream, and I'm gonna pour myself something else, enjoy the rest of this, and I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.